6 years ago. This happened in the early 2000s. So my parents had been trying to have a kid for almost a decade. After multiple miscarriages and heartache, my parents couldn't have kids anymore. My father came home after work in the hospital to find my mother laying in a blood-covered bed. After a quick drive back to the hospital, they found she had a miscarriage and ruptured an artery. They could save her, but she would never be able to have kids. So after a good recovery, my parents decided since we can't have kids, let's just party and have fun. They went on a cruise, bought a Corvette, the whole 9 yards. Well, my mother worked a government job, that's all you need to know, and when they got back from the cruise, a colleague of hers asked if she was still interested in having a kid. She said yes, but why? And the colleague told her there is a kid that will be born shortly and the father has had multiple warrants and the mother can't raise the kid. They were druggies and both had a lengthy rap sheet. So she talked to my dad and they agreed they would adopt me. A few weeks go by and the proper paperwork had been done and I was born. My parents were there the day I was born. When I was born, one of the nurses who knew I was an adoption baby told my parents to take me and run as soon as they could because I was a blonde-haired blue-eyed baby. I guess that was a big deal back then, IDK. So that's what they did. As soon as they could, they brought me home. Well, bio parents have 3 months to change their mind from giving away their child. It had been 2.5 months from when my parents got me, and they couldn't have been happier. But my dad receives a phone call one day from my bio dad. Bio dad wanted me back and told my dad he was going to get me back and to meet him somewhere and sign some paperwork and hand me over, something along those lines. So my dad goes, okay, meet me here at some place, near a lake. My dad never told my mom about this either. He said he had never seen her this happy and would do anything to keep her happy. So my dad and bio dad meet one night at some place. My dad never gave me more details than that, but the last thing he said before he ended the conversation was, we never heard from her, my bio mom, again, and he's probably still at the bottom of the lake. I could tell by the look on his face, he meant it. Now please keep in mind that neither moms were involved. My mom don't know about this, and what my bio mom thinks/knows. My dad and I have never talked about it since, and that's all I know.